Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Nicholas Lau from Dallas, Texas. Today, I have a very, very special guest. It's my good buddy, Rodney Stokes. This is somebody that I have known ever since I broke into internet marketing back in 2014. He's been one of my closest friends and confidants. And the reason I brought him on this training today is because he has launched a revolutionary software that will help people in all businesses. This is not just an internet marketing tool. This is a tool that will help you build your list for your business no matter what you do. Now, to give a little bit of background, me and Rodney broke into email list building probably back in 2014. Since then, we've done different projects and stuff. We went our own separate ways. We always find a way to come back and start working together on certain things. And as a matter of fact, if you saw recently, I was on that health journey and stuff. I had lost, 30, 35 pounds. Rodney's actually one of the reasons, because he has this group that he runs called the Fit Marketer. And what we do is we inspire marketers to stay healthy while they're behind the computer all day. And it's because of him, he actually got me on that path. So, back then I was like 230 pounds when me and Rodney first started that thing. Now I'm like, 190 and stuff. So still got a lot of work to do. This pandemic has not been good to me, Rodney. Pandemic hasn't been good because the gym is closed.
Yeah.
So, I put on another 8 pounds, but it's okay. Luckily, I lost the 35 first. Anyways, without further ado, Rodney, I just wanted to bring you on, give people a little bit of background, where you're from, what you've been doing before internet marketing, current, just kind of a quick run through.
Okay. Well, Nick, I appreciate the intro. And like you said, man, we've known each other since around 2013, 2014. I actually started internet marketing in 2011. That doesn't mean I was successful. I was really, learning. I was making a decent amount of money. But at the time, the way I got into internet marketing was really because I was trying to figure out a way to make some money on the side, but not be tied into a job per se, because I was a college basketball player. I played at Morgan State. And when I graduated in 2011, that's when the NBA lockout happened. So I'm not sure if, those of you who are watching, if you're familiar with the lockout, but pretty much the NBA players were on strike because they were trying to make more money. And a lot of them ended up going overseas and taking all of the spots from the guys who were trying to go overseas. So I signed a 3-year contract with an agent. I was supposed to be geared up to start playing ball and making money. Then a lockout happened. I didn't hear from my agent. He disappeared on me, but I knew that I can get a call at any moment. And the way that the overseas world works is they literally call you in the middle of the night sometimes and say, hey, 2 days, we want you in Italy, pack your bags, make sure, you're there for the plane, right, to take off. So I knew that I couldn't get a typical job. So literally I went to the computer, I typed in, how to make money online. And from there, I was kind of hooked. You know what I mean? Started to get a little results, started to get kind of complacent. I started to kind of get lazy a little bit. I was making a little bit of money. And then I just said, look, I'm going to go ahead and go with this thing and provide for my family this way. So that's how I came online. And like I said, in 2013, around that time, I started selling solo ads. And that's how me and Nick first met. And even since then, I was always kind of a systems and software type of guy. And it wasn't until maybe a year later, I really started to say, okay, let me branch out and see if I can figure out how to help other marketers. Because when I would figure out how to create a system or process for myself, I knew that other people, would need that as well. So I started learning how to package things up and, bring other people inside of my systems and processes. And that kind of branched off into all different types of softwares. So that's kind of how I ended up here today with Social Prospector Pro.
Awesome. So from the softwares you've made, what type of different softwares have you made that kind of led to this?
So my very first software was back in 2012 or 13, around that time. It was called Site Swiper. And it was really kind of like a cheap software. I was kind of getting my feet wet. And it would, allow people to go to someone's website and you can put in the URL and then it will make a duplicate of the website.
Wow.
Not, it wasn't the best tool. It was kind of black hatish. But, that was my first try at it. The second tool I had was a tool called Lead Grabber Pro. It was an email scraper tool. From there, I branched over into a system called Click Grabber Pro, which you're familiar with that. It kind of helps you manage your email marketing campaigns, filter things out, organize and all that type of stuff with your email list. And that led to, what was my next software? That actually led to, trying to think, it was another software that I had. But anyway, that ended up leading me over to kind of the social media realm, and creating different scrapers and stuff like that in scripts. And I would give them out for free because I was in the business opportunity space. I saw how much people loved it. And then from there, I said, let me go ahead and package this up and bring it to the marketplace.
So let me ask you this: where did the light bulb go off where you decided that, hey, aside from just making email marketing tools, I'm going to make social media marketing tools? Where did that light bulb go off?
To be honest with you, it was just when I would learn a method, I would always see how I can automate it. So I started to learn about Facebook groups, and it kind of clicked in my head that people who are interested in the same things hang out together in specific places. So if I can siphon those people out of those locations, and I constantly talk about a solution to a problem that I know exists for those people, it could be an easy way to make money. And so as I started to experiment with that, I would create my own little routines or processes. And from there, I created scripts for it. At the time, I was using something called Tamper Monkey. And it was like a little cheap way to automate something on your page. And once I saw that was working consistently, and I'm talking about like thousands of dollars were coming in from these methods, then I said, okay, this concept is proven. Let me package it up. So it was just kind of out of necessity, just learning these different methods. And, I just saw that it worked for me.
Yeah. And for me, the light bulb went off because we've talked about this a lot of times, is that you need to have an email list. If you're in business, it doesn't matter if you're a mom and pop bakery or you're a Fortune 500 company, you need to have a list of your clients. Too many people are dependent on third-party platforms, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. They try to do all their business on there. And then one day they violate a terms of service violation, boom, everything's gone. And they never took that time to develop a list. That's why when you presented this tool to me, it just made sense because it lets you network on social media, but at the end result is to pull them to a place where you can eventually get them on your email list. Now you have that asset, correct?
Exactly. And I would have a couple of customers because I do solo ads, and I would have a customer come to me and say, man, I really want to scale up, with your traffic, but I don't really have the funds. So then I would say, well, look, I got this thing that I've been using myself. You want to test it out? If you make some money, just come back to me and we can spend it on some paid traffic to scale up your results. And then that's really when the light bulb went off. When I said, well, look, let me just put this thing out there, because I've been using this for, 2-3 years before I even made it available to everybody.
Wow. That's good. So you've put a lot of time and effort just testing it yourself. And that's the problem. Some people in the software industry, they come up with an idea and they try to launch it to the public 2 weeks later. You can't do that. You have to put in the time to test it, right?
Not at all. And especially the nature of, Facebook specifically, they're always changing. And right now they're in the process of changing the design and the interface and stuff. So that's going to be a challenge for myself. But as a marketer, I use this for myself. So I'm going to make the necessary modifications and changes and everything. And then everyone else who buys benefits, because this is for marketers by a marketer. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like you said, this is not just something I put out there for a quick buck. This is something that makes me money every day. And, I provide training and the same things that I use, so everyone kind of benefits from me staying on top of this and the trends and the changes.
Yeah, definitely. Because I've seen a lot of people, they launch a software and then they give it no support. And the biggest thing that I've seen that they do wrong is they just charge a one-time fee. And then all of a sudden they get these support headaches and they don't want to support their product anymore. Right. So one thing that I've done personally is I only try to deal with people that actually do have an ongoing fee for a software. And the reason being is I want to make sure they have some skin in the game to take care of me because I am investing in their tool. Right. So,
exactly.
I mean, with that said, maybe in the future we can do another demo with my account. But for right now, why don't you give us a test drive and, share your screen and show people what this tool can do?
Sure. Let me go ahead and share the screen. Let me know when you see it.
All right, let's see it.
Okay. So this is the main interface. You can see at the time we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have about 11 or 12 features. There's about 1 or 2 more features on the way. But right away, once you log in, you're going to see right here, it says select the amount of posts to scan for friends who haven't engaged with them. And that's kind of wordy, But in a nutshell, we have 10 to 100 different posts that we can scan that you made on your timeline. And based on the amount of people who hit any of the emojis, that could have been the like emoji, heart, mad face, sad face, crying face, care face, and comments. If anybody on your Facebook friends list hit those emojis or commented on your last 10 posts up to your last 100 posts, they're good. But anyone who hasn't, this software is going to find them, and it's going to comprise a list of all inactive people. An inactive friend is a person who has not commented or engaged with those posts like I just described. So this is the inactive scanner. Do you want me to run a scan, or do you want me to just move on throughout the features?
Let's move on throughout the features first, because if you run a scan, unless you want to run a scan and then come back to it later, because I think you do have the functionality where you could just keep going with your work as long as you leave Facebook alone. Is that correct?
Right. So let me see. Let me just go ahead and do the last 10 posts.
Okay.
So that's going to scan in the background. And so the post friender, I'm not going to open this up yet. I'm just going to describe it while the other inactive scanner is running, because I don't want to multitask, because that's the quickest way to set off red flags with Facebook.
Got it.
So post friender, the way this works now, how I described earlier, you have groups where people congregate, and all of the people inside of the group are interested in a common interest or product or whatever it is, right? It's the same thing with posts. So an example that I like to do is if I was selling dog food and I thought to myself, okay, who are my perfect customers and where they're hanging out? So my perfect customer might be people who are into dog lover groups or pet owner groups, but then they are also posting on specific type of posts. So I can then go to my competitors. I can go, okay, so you can see the post, the scanner's finished. So the past 10 posts, these people haven't engaged with my past 10 posts. Okay. So I can then go down and I can select, I can make it bigger, scroll, select these people, or I can select all. Click on remove, and then it'll go through one by one. And it's about a 5-second delay between every single unfriend. So it'll remove these people from your friends list, right? So that's how that works, okay? But back to the post friender. So I can go to my competitors. So if I knew, let's see, what's a dog food company? I don't know any brands.
Purina?
Purina?
I think.
I think so. That sounds right. So look, so say I went to Purina's Facebook page, and they had maybe 100,000 likes on the page. They had multiple posts on there ranging from like 200 to 700 likes on that post, right? On each post. So I can literally go to the post, and I can open this now. I don't know how to spell that, but
P-U-R-I-N-A, I think.
P-U-R-I-N-A. All right, let me P-U-R-I-N. All right, let's see what pops up for that. And this is good to note, because if this don't go smooth.
Yeah, I think we're having a little bit of lag time. I don't know if it's my computer or Facebook.
On the next one.
Yeah, so I couldn't hear you there for like the last 30 seconds. There's a little lag time.
Oh, yeah, I was saying this is good to note, because if that didn't go smooth, we can do a different example on the next one.
Yeah.
All right, so Purina. Okay, let me see if that's it.
Yes,
that's oh wow. So 1.9 million people
look at that.
like
I hit
this
the
page.
Jackpot. And look at celebrities.
Yeah, that was a perfect example. So look, let's go ahead and scroll down and look at some of these posts. Wow, so that many likes on that page and this little engagement. So 40 likes. So we can still use this as an example. So you can see that it's blinking and it's highlighted. It's for a reason. So once I click on this, it's going to pull up the list of people who like that particular post. Now, myself, I'm not going to hang out on Purina's page. I'm not going to like those posts. I don't own a dog, right? And even some dog owners might not do that. So what does that say about people who like this post? Not only are they dog owners, but these people probably are passionate dog owners. You know, they really pay attention to Purina's updates and all of this type of stuff. So these are passionate, targeted prospects. So what you're going to do is, and you can see this, Nick, I added this here as well. You can choose to only add people who have mutual friends, or you can leave it unchecked and you can click on start. I'm not going to do that on my account, but once you click start, it'll scroll down and it'll friend request each person one by one. Now,
Wow.
so a person might say, well, why am I friend requesting these people? Because Facebook allows you to have 5,000 friends. They cap you off at 5,000. Now, the problem that most people have is they're joining these business opportunities, or they join a company, they're pumped up, then they start posting stuff all over their timeline, and they wonder why they don't get any engagement, they don't get any sales, they don't get any click-throughs to their website. It's because your Facebook friends don't care about what you're promoting. You know, you have grandma, your aunt, your cousin as your Facebook friend. You know, you have a completely untargeted list that you're connected with that are seeing your posts. Now, since Facebook allows us to have 5,000 friends, why wouldn't you want to fill up that friend limit with 5,000 people who've already shown to buy and interact with the type of business that you have? It only makes sense. So an example that I like to say is, just imagine going into an auditorium or going into a stadium that's filled to the top with 5,000 people who all raise their hand to say, I'm interested in what you sell. Mm-hmm. It's nothing more powerful than that. So that's what we're doing when we're siphoning these friends onto our friends list from these posts.
Yeah. And this is what I was saying earlier, that this is not a tool just for affiliate marketers. I mean, a product owner would love this tool.
Absolutely. Because I have a lot of people ask all the time, does this work with this offer? Does this work with that offer? If there are people in the world that are buying what you sell, yes, it will work. Because it's thousands, tens of thousands of Facebook groups, you know, millions of posts on Facebook that prove that, you know, that you can siphon these people from.
So basically, as long as it works with Facebook's terms and regulations and guidelines, you're good.
Exactly. And keep in mind, this is a free method, you know, and it's the same principle that applies with paid ads, because when you're running a paid ad, what you're doing is you're putting in an interest that, you know, your target demographic are voting on, that are liking, that are, you know, the way that Facebook allows you to target these people with paid ads is based on interest. So what we're doing with this software is targeting people based on interest. And the interest is either the posts that they've shown to be interested in, or the groups that they've joined. And I'm going to show you that one as well.
Yeah. And I mean, this is amazing, because I remember when I was doing Shopify, how much money we had to spend just to get eyeballs. Forget people actually getting on our list, because they generally had to buy something to get on our list, right? I mean, over here, you're plucking people that are in your target audience, and you don't even have to spend anything, and they don't even have to spend anything.
Exactly. And this is a side note, another method that I teach people is, once you do start to fill up your Facebook list with these people, you can then invite your friends to like your particular Facebook page, your business page. And say, for example, if you got 5,000 people, you know, that are on your friends list, and you invite all 5,000 to like your page, maybe 500 liked it, right? But that's enough to do a lookalike audience. You can turn that 500 into 5 million.
And that makes so much more sense for something like dog food, because affiliate marketing is just such a broad thing, right? But when you have 500 people and you know they have a dog, and they're looking for lookalikes for more people to have a dog, that's a very powerful list.
It really is. It really is. People don't really know how powerful this thing is, but let me show you what the
I think we're still learning as we go how powerful this is.
I can see the wheels spinning.
Right.
All right. So the member friendly, as you saw, it loaded up all of the groups that I'm in. Okay. So those include groups that I own and groups that I am just a member for. Okay. So I'm just going to give you an example. So I sell solo ad traffic. Now, my targeted prospects are people who have business opportunity, who are in business opportunities and need traffic and leads. So I make sure that I stay tuned for the different opportunities that pop up. I try to join their groups. Some of these companies I actually will pay to get in, so just so I can be in the Facebook group.
Yeah, and
I've done that where, it was a group of like 5,000 members inside of it, and I wanted access to those 5,000 prospects. Exactly. So I paid $50 to sign up for the company. Yeah. I ended up, canceling the subscription later, but it had great training inside of there too. So it was a win-win.
Yeah, and I did that recently too. I joined a group. It was probably like $100 one-time fee. Well worth it, just to network with like-minded people.
It is because it's an investment. So you got to think, it's not a cost. What is it costing you to not do that? That's the way that I think, you know what I mean? So to have access to something like that, it's a no-brainer. So let's say, let's go to legendary marketer. So everyone in this group, I know a couple of things about. I know that they're interested in business, a business opportunity. I know that they're passionate enough to join the group to try to figure out how to make it work, how to get results. And then also, you cannot get in this group unless you are a member, which means that they paid. So you don't have to do no convincing. You don't have to tell them, hey, this is not a pyramid scheme. You can really make money online. This is a real thing. You don't have to do any of that convincing type of stuff that these people, who are just getting started are doing. You're literally tapping into the cream of the crop, people who spend money and people who are who need what you have to offer. For me, solo ad traffic. So what I would do is I would click start, and it's going to literally scroll down 5 times. You can change that in the settings. You can make it scroll down 10 times, 50 times, or whatever. As a recommendation, we just got it at 5. And then it's going to go back to the top, and it's going to calculate how many Facebook friends were shown within those 5 scrolls. So it could have scrolled 5 times, go back to the top and said, okay, 60 friends were loaded. Then it's going to go down one by one with a 5-second wait in between each. And it's going to add, click on add friend, which is sending a friend request. So it's the same concept as post friender, but like I said, people who join in the group, they're kind of, I don't want to say more passionate because it depends, but in my mind, they're pretty serious if they're joining the group about a particular topic.
Yeah.
Right. So let me just go ahead and end that. So that's how post friender works. So just keep in mind, these two are specifically to build up your list, to cap out your list at 5,000 perfect prospects.
Okay.
This section.
Have you done a lot of extensive testing that 5 seconds is the good pause in between friending?
Yeah, I have. Like, actually, I've pushed this thing to the limit, man. I have a second profile that I really do a lot of testing on, and I've sent out like 500 to 700 friend requests a day with this thing back to back. Never had any issues, never gotten Facebook jail, anything with just that 5-second delay.
Wow.
And then also, I'm considering allowing users to put their own delay, but not allowing them to go below a certain threshold. So if a person only wanted to put 1, no, I'm not going to allow you to do that. No. By default, you can't go below 5, but if you wanted to put 10 or 20 or 60.
So for people that might be paranoid, they don't want to lose their account, they can do 10, 15 seconds.
Exactly. But I'm not going to let you, go below what I recommend.
Right.
So, so this section right here is a segmentation section. So literally, these people that you're adding, you can mass message these people. You can make it personalized. So I can say, hey, so like say, for example, it's Sunday, right? And I want to target people who I've built all the past week. So from Monday up until now, up until Sunday, I want to say, hey, I'm going to go to name tag. I'm going to put first name. You can do first name or full name. And what's going to happen if I'm the recipient of that message, it'll say, hey, Rodney, I hope you had a great weekend. Let's crush it this week. All right, and I can click to, it says friends you want to send to. I want to do recently added. So I'm going to do based on the people that I added all the prior week. And then it says number of the time range. So added in the last 7 days, but you can also do up to 2 weeks, 1 month, 3 months. Then I want to do seconds in between each message. I'm going to put number of message. So here's the thing, here's my rule of thumb. I don't want to message more than 30 people a day, simply because the name of the game is prospecting. You have to have quality conversations. If you're messaging 100 people, 300 people, these people are going to reply back. These are real people.
Yeah.
So if you're not carrying on conversations because you're stretched too thin by trying to get, back to each person, you're not going to close a sale.
Yeah. And so, if I can give everybody a little hidden tip here, when you're interacting with people, use that voice recorder and send them a voice message. It's powerful when people can hear your voice. And think about it. You might be driving, whatever, you don't have time to text back and forth. You press that button for 3 seconds and wish somebody a good day. They're going to remember that.
That's powerful. I'm going to write that down too, because I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That'll actually help you manage that way, way, way easier. So I'm going to do that myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's common sense. So of course you can put whatever number you want. It's completely up to you. But my rule of thumb, and you can see it right here, my suggestion is no more than 30 sent messages per day.
Yeah.
Okay. And seconds in between. So 5 seconds up to 60 seconds you can do in between each message, and be smart with it. You know, don't, and like I said, I have you can't do below 5 seconds anyway.
Yeah.
So I just implemented that because I had some people that was just firing them off. And, you know, that's just, it doesn't make sense. That's not smart, right?
Yeah.
The name of the game is to stay under the radar and look as natural as possible.
Okay, so Rodney, let me ask. So for engagement, when you're seeing who's been engaging with you, that's just based on posts. Like if somebody's been ignoring your inbox messages for a while, there's not much we can do about that right now, correct?
No, it's not. I actually had someone bring that up to me like 2-3 days ago. If we can go inside of the inbox message, see if someone left us on the scene, and then count them as an inactive. Facebook, if the software was working with Facebook's API, we could do something like that, but Facebook doesn't allow us to get that type of information.
Yeah, but either way, if they're ignoring your inbox, they're probably ignoring all your posts anyway. So you're eventually going to get around to sweeping them out.
Exactly. They're going to end up on that inactive list.
Right.
They can't even just simply reply back to a message.
Right.
So this one right here, this works hand in hand with the first scan that I showed you, the inactive scan.
Yeah.
So you might end up with this list of inactive people, and you say, well, dang, I know this person is a good friend of mine and that person is a good friend of mine. Or not even that. You might say, well, where do I start? Mm-hmm. Because I don't know who to start deleting first. So the inactive organizer, once you click start, and I'm not going to do it because I want to continue to go through the other features. I don't want to, spend time with it loading. But once you click start, it's going to organize the list either from newest to oldest friends or oldest to newest friends. And then that way, if you're ever confused on where to start and who to start removing first, it'll populate that list inside of this area, and you can sort it from oldest to newest. So that's how I always start when I go through the removal process. I look at who's been on my list the longest. Okay, these people have been connected with me since 2015, 14, or whatever. I'm removing, these first 300 first.
That's awesome, because I remember when you were first launching this tool, when it wasn't available to the public, that was one of the harder things, is who to delete and who not to delete, because you don't know how long these people have been friends. But now, it'll sort it out, which is pretty amazing. So you could be like, this person's been a friend for 5 years. I don't remember talking to them once. They've never bought anything from me. I've never bought anything. They got to go.
Exactly. Because say, for example, if you did the inactive scan, a person could have became friends with you 5 days ago.
Yeah.
And they haven't seen your post yet. So you don't want to remove them, And here's another feature that some people don't know. If you right click on any of the profile images, you can go view the profile. Oh. So if you want to do a quick little, get some intel real quick, say, okay, let me see how active they are. All right, they look like they're pretty serious about marketing. Okay, let me go right here. Let me see friendship. And so this doesn't happen on all profiles, but the majority of the time, they'll show you when you became friends with that person.
Got it.
So you'll be able to see, oh, I've been friends with them since 2012.
Yeah.
And then from there, you can go back and say, let me see if I ever had a conversation with the person. Right. And you can say, oh, they left me on scene. Oh, they never responded to my last message. So I've been friends for 8 years. They don't respond. They don't interact with my posts. They're gone.
And at the same time, if you click on somebody's message and there's never been any interaction, it's a good time to say, hey, you know what? I was cleaning out my friends list and I saw that, we've never even spoke to each other. So just wanted to reach out to see what you do, get to know you a little better. If you don't want to respond, not a problem. But at least they know that you're in the process of cleaning out the friends list. So what they're going to do is go look at your profile to see what you're all about. Exactly. If they like what you're all about, they'll reach out to you. If not, they'll just continue to ignore you. It's like a process of elimination.
It is. And you have to think, the people on your friends list, you should know how they ended up on your friends list. Yeah. The common mistake that people make is they just accept any and everybody because, it makes them feel the bigger my friends list, the better or the more important I look.
But they don't realize it actually hurts their engagement.
It does. Because you're having a ton of people that's not going to engage because they're not targeted. They don't care about your business. Yeah. And then at the end of the day, I would rather have 500 people. I have a case study in the back office, right? Mm-hmm. I created a second profile and I showed how I took that profile from 0 friends to like 2,000 or 3,000 friends within like 5 weeks, completely part-time. I was just running the software 1 time a day. And I was just showing how you can take a brand new profile and go through that process of building trust, engagement, stuff like that. My second post on that profile when I had about 230 friends ended up getting like 150 likes with 230 friends. So that just goes to show it doesn't matter how many friends you have. It's the content and it's the quality. You know, it's how targeted those people are. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I mean, it kind of goes back to like just email marketing principles, right? It's like we're going to email as much as we can because our goal is to get you to buy something. If you don't want to buy, just unsubscribe. So it's just a process of
Exactly.
elimination, anyways.
Yeah, let them filter themselves out.
Yep.
That's the way I look at it. This one right here, the deactivated profiles tool, this is powerful. This is one of my favorites right here. And then a lot of times when people sign up for Social Prospector Pro, I say, hey, look, let me know how many deactivated profiles you see on your friends list. And I had one lady come to me and she was like, is this real? And I said, yeah, what do you mean? She said, I have 600 deactivated profiles that are connected with me. And see, Facebook doesn't show you that. You can't literally scroll down your friends list and see these deactivated profiles.
Right. But
The software is able to find them. Right. And so literally, if you have a list of, say you capped out at 5,000 friends and 600 are deactivated and you have no clue, those 600 spaces could be spaces available for more prospects.
Spaces that are costing you money.
Exactly. And so that's like having a tenant just living in your building rent free. It doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah, it actually reminds me of like a car dealership. They can't move these cars, but they're on the lot, so they can't bring any new cars on.
Exactly. It doesn't mean you're successful by having them. This is what I try to tell people. Having 5,000 friends doesn't mean you're successful.
Right.
A lot of times it's the opposite. You're suffering and not even knowing it. So the deactivated tool, if I click start, it'll scroll through all of my friends and it'll go ahead and give me a list of deactivated people. I remove them immediately. We have 4 more features here. The post lover tool is a tool, I'm gonna just read it. Automatically scroll down your timeline, loving each post that you come across. And you can see my recommendation here, no more than 20 scrolls recommended. And I'll show you what I mean by scrolls. You'll see it opens up to your timeline and a box is gonna appear in a second. And pretty much once you click start, it's gonna scroll down the page 20 times, just like the member friender does. And it's gonna go back to the top. And it's going to tell you how many posts it found within those 20 scrolls. And it'll go down one by one. Let me just run it real quick while I'm talking. It'll go down one by one, loving each and every one of those posts. And it's 2 reasons this is powerful. Because people are going to want to return the favor, right? So it's reciprocity. People, when you love someone's post, you give them a compliment, people feel the urge to return that to you. So if I love, 10 posts, it's a good percentage of those people that are going to say, let me go ahead and check his profile out, or who is Rodney, or let me go love his thing back. So that's one reason. Another reason is when you love someone's post, the people whose post you love, they're going to see your content more often. Every time you post new content, they're going to be one of the first ones to see it. That's a part of Facebook's algorithm that people don't know.
Yeah.
So that's going to increase your profile traffic and your engagement as well.
Yeah. And I don't know if it was you that told me this or somebody else, but the reason to use love instead of like is because everything on Facebook's already blue, right? But when you click something that's red, you'll see a notification. It'll stand out more in your notifications when you see a heart.
Exactly. It seems more genuine, And I had a guy ask me a valid question. He said, what if it's a post that, I don't necessarily want to celebrate? Like someone said that they lost, a loved one or whatever. So my thing is a love emoji is universal.
Right.
So it's not necessarily you're giving a person a thumbs up when they say that they're sad and depressed or they just lost someone.
Love
a love like my heart going out to you.
Yeah.
So it really fits with any post. So let me just stop that. So you can see it was spreading love to 49 posts. It went through 12 before I stopped it. The next one. Now, like I said, the goal ultimately is you want to cap out at 5,000 friends who are your perfect prospects. But when you're in the process of adding these friends, Facebook does not allow you to have more than 1,000 pending friend requests at any given time. So that means if I sent out, over the past 2-3 days, I sent out 1,000 friend requests, that 1,001st request after that is going to get denied. Facebook is going to undo it. And the reason being is, I just told you the reason being, but the thing that you need to do is you need to cancel those pending friend requests. And this tool, what it allows you to do is you can sort the list from newest to oldest or oldest to newest.
Yeah.
And if, say, for example, over the past 3 weeks, I sent out 1,000 pending firm requests. And yesterday I sent out, 200 of that 1,000.
Yep.
I don't want to remove the most recent 200 first. I want to remove the oldest firm request that's been pending the longest, because these people had 3 whole weeks to accept it. So let me start there. I'm going to remove, let's say, 200, and I'm going to do from oldest to newest. I'm going to click start, and it'll scroll all the way to the bottom, and it'll start removing the oldest first, because they had the longest and the most chance of accepting.
Right. And just so people know, like sometimes they hang on to a friend request too long because they really want to be that person's friend. You have to realize that person might not be dogging you. See, this has happened to me. Is, there's a big event going on, big internet marketing event. You hear a speech, you want to be that person's friend. Well, everybody's friending that person right now. They're not going to have time. But what I've done is later on, I've unfriended and then unfriend again. It's weeks later, and they see it right away because now it's at the top of their list.
Exactly.
And they'll add you. So the thing is, clean that out. And if you really want to be somebody's friend, just friend them again.
Exactly. So it's kind of like sending emails. When you're list building, you're sending out an email.
Yeah.
If you send it out too early, and then people send email to that recipient's inbox, and it bumps you down.
Yeah.
So then you can send another email to unopeners. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
It might go over some people's heads, but it's the same principle that applies.
Yeah.
So let me see. So that's a powerful tool as well. This right here, I love this one, the comment auto replier tool. So the way that this works is, I taught over the past couple of years, I teach a method about a post called a Tell Me More post. The reason I call it a Tell Me More post is because you can simply say, hey, wouldn't you like to learn how to make money online, earn while you sleep, and fire your boss? If yes, comment below, tell me more, and I'm going to reply back to you with the information. So if I made that post, I then want to go select that post because people are going to be commenting on it. So let me go ahead to my post tester group. And instead of me, let me show you this post. So you can see I made this an hour ago. This is a test post with test comments. So you see comment 1, commenter, comment, comments. So it's about 10 different comments on it. So you see this button right here. I'm going to click on select post. Now that post is locked in there, it's saved. I'm going to put a delay in between each reply, 5 seconds. So what I used to do, I would literally have to one by one go reply to each person that commented, giving them the details. And eventually I started hiring a VA, a virtual assistant, to do it, and I would pay them 10 cents per reply. So that kind of let me automate it. But this one right here, it did away with all of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do multiple different replies. So let's say, hey, here is the link, abc.com. I'm going to do one more. Hey, go here for the details, abc.com. Okay. Now, the reason you want to do a variation is send the same message over and over again. That's with anything, because it can raise red flags. So you want to vary the message, and the software is actually going to rotate through the message. So you can have 2 messages or 20 messages. It's going to rotate through them evenly, and it's going to reply, in a unique way, in a dynamic way, I should say.
This goes to all those people out there that used to copy other people's homework. If you're going to copy, at least change it up a little bit,
Exactly. Don't just turn it in,
Right.
with their name on it. So you can see this
we put
section
a lot of
right
our
here.
old school thought into this, right?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. This is like the ultimate tool, man. Like you said, I don't know if people know how powerful this thing is, but look at this part right here. So even though it says optional, this is going to allow you to reply only to people who say a specific keyword or a phrase.
Yeah.
So like I said in that example earlier, if I told everybody to say, tell me more, of course you're going to have some knuckleheads that say, hey, send it, or hey, I want to know, that don't say it. So it's optional. You don't have to just specifically add that filter. But if you wanted to, I'm just going to do comment 1. I'm going to add like 2 or 3 phrases. Commenting. And I'm going to do comment. I think I did a comment 3. I'll do comment 2. Okay, so like I said, I can leave this blank and it'll just literally reply to every single commenter, but I'm going to click on start auto comment.
So basically, what that does is for people that don't pay attention and put something else, it'll catch them too.
Yeah, well, exactly. So you can put different type of phrases and keywords
Yeah.
that you think a person would put, or either that you told them to put,
Or
and
maybe
it'll
like
go
a
ahead and locate
misspelling
it.
of the word.
Right, and it'll locate. See, you skipped that second one.
Mm-hmm.
Comment two, that was the other phrase that I put in. So it just replied with a different variation of the message. And what was the other one? I think I put in commenting. So it should skip the next one. So it's checking. Okay, it skipped it. It found the next keyword that I gave it.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, now if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong. It was a while back, and I don't know if this was specific to Facebook ads or in general, but they
Mhm.
didn't want people to use call to actions just to get engagement. I think that might have been specific to Facebook ads. Do you remember that?
Use call to actions just to get engagement. I'm not sure. I've always done call to actions.
Yeah, so I think that might be a Facebook ads thing because what people would do is, it's like comment if you want more, and then it would create engagement, which obviously
Right.
would boost the post more.
Right.
I think what they did was I can't remember exactly what happened, but people started putting the call to action in the image, so Facebook couldn't scan for it anymore.
Oh, well, see, that's what I do. So
Uh,
maybe I just didn't know that because I do that all the time. I
oh,
put
okay.
it, tell me more or whatever in the actual image.
Okay, so yeah,
Um,
that's a good note for people to take is if you're gonna have a call to action, put it in the image so Facebook cannot scan those words.
yeah. See, I just learned that I had no clue. Luckily, I was doing it the right way.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So you can see it's finished. I just click close, and boom, you just knocked out a whole afternoon's task. You know, on some posts it really is because I remember I had a post and my buddy Justin Clark messaged me like the next day or the day after that, and was like, "Dude, I'm literally seeing nothing but your posts for the past 2 days because the algorithm, just like Nick said, every single time you reply back to a person and they reply back thanking you for replying to them, it bumps your post right up to the top of that timeline. So this replaces all of that, need to do it yourself or hiring somebody.
Yeah.
So that's powerful. And I just showed you before this call, Nick, this watch party auto inviter. So this is for people, and this is pretty cool. I didn't really have too much knowledge on watch parties before I created this feature, but it was a for it, so I put it in here. But pretty much a watch party is like creating a little movie theater. So you can either have like pre-loaded videos in there that you can put for other people to watch with you, and you can have chats while they're watching, or you can do a live video, or you can add different suggested videos that Facebook has. So let me just go to live, and Justin Bieber's live right now. Let
Mhm.
me add him, and you can do a playlist as well. So you can add multiple. So as soon as one finishes, it
Oh,
goes to the next one. So it's really, really cool. I'm just going to test. Oh, I don't want to put this on my timeline. Let me go to
right.
my test group. I was about to put Justin Bieber on my timeline.
Yeah, that would have been the end.
All
Good
right,
knowing you.
right. Let me go ahead and do what I just did again. So I'm gonna go to live. House of Debates. I'm gonna do that. Done. So I'm gonna just do test.
So
Watch party.
this is good for a group where people don't have that much time to sit there and moderate it, but you're actively adding content that other people can watch that might not have anything to do, especially right now. A lot of people are at home, right? You're giving them something to watch.
Exactly. Exactly. And you get to see the comments, the questions, and the people who has specific questions. You can follow up and close them in the
Yeah.
inbox. It's really powerful. So I'm gonna do post, and you see it says your watch party is about to begin. So like I said, it's like we're in a movie theater. So you can see. Let me go ahead and pause this.
This time that has come upon
Or
us.
let me mute it because it's live.
And you can
But
watch live stuff and recorded stuff.
right, right. So you'll see how many people show up inside of there with you.
Mhm.
And right now, I'm not going to be able to show you. I'm not going to be able to show you how the feature works. But generally, you click on invite,
Mhm.
and it's going to be a box that shows up, and you put in the amount of people that you want to invite and the amount of the delay in between each invite. So you've seen that before the call. I'm showing the version that doesn't have that latest update yet. So that's why I can't show it.
Awesome.
But
The watch party playlist, can you
Mhm.
only make a playlist if it's all recorded, or like you could have a recorded thing go on after a live thing is over?
You said, can you only make a playlist if it's already recorded?
Yeah, like if you have videos one after another, do they all have to be recorded, or can you have a live one and a recording go after it's done?
Yeah, I believe so. I think you can have live recording live, different variations, and it's all queued in there.
Because the reason why is because let's just say, for the sake of argument, president's giving a speech, people want to watch it, right? And then after that, you could put a video of some sort of product that you're pitching, maybe like his mug or his T-shirt or something, right?
Exactly.
As soon as that's
already
over,
got their attention.
you already have the audience, right?
Exactly. That's smart.
Yeah.
That's another thing. So each feature kind of opens a door for a lot of different possibilities.
Oh yeah, I'm already thinking, like, on YouTube, every feature should have its own video.
Oh, absolutely. And it's funny because I was thinking that the other day. I really got to get on YouTube and cut videos for each feature, because a lot of people are out here paying the price that I have right now, because this price is going to go up. I'm adding a lot of stuff inside of here. So right now, for the first wave of people, it's $30 per month.
Yeah.
Right. But that doesn't mean I'm not debating, going up a little bit in the
And
price.
let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Because $30 a month is, I already told you, it's too cheap, right? Think about it.
Yeah, it is.
We're talking about $1 a day for a software that's going to generate you quality leads for free. And me and Rodney come from the world where we sell traffic to people, right? And we're selling them cold traffic, and they're paying good money for it, right? Sometimes up to $1 a click. He's saying for not $1 a day. I mean, this is $1 a day. We can charge people $1 a click. I mean, for me, it's so easy to rationalize the value here. That
you know what, man? It's funny because I have I don't want to plug the website, but I have a website where I give a cheat sheet out, and it shows people how to, if they didn't want to use the software for some reason, you can manually do these different things.
Yeah.
And I have on my second account, my test account, I have a different post on there where people click and they go to that capture page and they opt in. So that capture page is currently converting at about 37%. And I have like 107 leads or something so far. And my average lead pays me $2.20. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's absolutely free. That's just me doing that case study that I was telling you about, just running the software one time a day. I would show, but I don't want to show people's details unless you can blur it out.
That's fine. I mean, we could always do another demo for that later, but I mean, I think people understand that there's a lot of power here. I mean, and like I said, I mean, $30 a month, I say, whoever's watching this, I guarantee you, Rodney's not kidding. He will raise the price because he's continuously adding products. However, please consider this, that, while he's building this, there's going to be things that, he needs updates on. So if you guys find a bug, he's going to want you to email. You have to be very patient with support. That's why the price is so good right now, because this is still in a baby phase, right? This is a product that Rodney could easily charge $1,000 a year for. It'd be worth every penny. That's not what he's doing.
Absolutely.
So, you need to get on this product. My link is above, nicholaslau.com/SPP. You go over there, you get your account. Rodney, was it 3-day free trial?
Yeah, it's a 3-day free trial. Not free trial, it's a 3-day $1
trial.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so $1 trial for 3 days, and then after that, is it $30 a month?
$30 a month.
Yeah, and you just can't beat that. I mean, it's $1 a day. And then also, if you're somebody out there and you have a lot of influence and stuff, and you want to promote this product yourself, there'll be another link. It's SPPAFF at the end, but I'll put the links below. If you want to be an affiliate, you go to that link, you sign up to be an affiliate under me, and Rodney will give you the power to also sell this. So, and just think about what's commissions, Rodney, currently.
It's 33% residual commission on the Social Prospector Pro sales. Yeah. And then any additional upsell that someone buys, you get paid 15% commission on that.
Okay, so essentially, if they get 3 people under them, their account is it's paid for, right?
Exactly. Refer 3, yours is free.
That's amazing. I mean, just think about that. You refer 3 people, and anybody that doesn't have this product and they're in business, they're going to have to reanalyze why they're in business. But exactly. You get 3 people under you, and you got this software that it's paid for, and it's going to churn you out money and leads every single day. Man, I'm getting excited. I need to get off this call and start using this toy.
Every single day, man. I'm a fan of my own stuff. Like, and just like you said, Nick, I mean, $1 a day literally replaces my virtual assistant. I had 2 virtual assistants. It literally removes all of the dead weight off my list. I mean, it's crazy. It replaces so much for me. So that price will not remain there, and you can trust me on that.
And we know for a fact, I know it's a cliche, but there are people that buy a Starbucks coffee every single day, and they spend $3-4 on it like it's nothing.
Yeah.
For what? 10 minutes of satisfaction?
Exactly.
It's $1 a day, and it'll give you 24-hour satisfaction. Let me tell you.
100%. And people are going to be shocked. I mean, you're going to see results right away. Like I said, one of the first features I tell people to look at is that deactivated profile feature. You're going to be shocked. You might have 200-300 people that's been dead weight on your list this whole time that you had no clue about.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm sorry. Did I cut you off when you were showing something?
No, I don't think so. I was just asking if
you got a little excited there.
Yeah. No, I was asking if you wanted me to show that list that it generated, but yeah, we're good.
Which list was that?
Remember I said, can you blur it out? Can you blur out the emails? So basically, like I said, I have a cheat sheet that I give out, and I have a couple of posts on that test profile, and it built a list of like 107, 108 leads, and each lead already is paying me like $2.20 per month.
Yeah. Go ahead and show it. I'll blur it out.
All right, let me see.
If not, I'll just edit the video and take it out.
Right. Yeah, so lifetime value. So 109 active subscribers, and I'll even show you where they came through. So it's a capture page called Profile Profit. And you see right here, free cheat sheet, 4 steps to hacking your Facebook profile for unlimited lead sales and signups. And it's just, an infographic, as well as like 3 to 5 tutorial videos where essentially I break down each and every feature that's in Social Prospector Pro. So I tell them like, hey, look, you see how to do this thing manually. Now, wouldn't you want a tool that automates it? And then, I upsell them on that. So like I said, 109 came through just from that test profile. 109 leads. So far I made $223. Some of them are in trial still. And the lifetime value of each lead is about $2.14.
Like, is this something that's only in your account, or is this in everybody's account?
Well, this is just how I track my email list.
Oh, okay.
No, this isn't a part of the Social Prospector Pro.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, it's like, I haven't seen this before.
No, this is my MailChimp stuff, my personal stuff.
Got it.
But yeah, it's just to show how powerful it is. This traffic source is real. People really buy, people opt in. And I mean, you literally can tap into the perfect prospect.
That's amazing. And then that landing page, Profile Profit, where are you advertising?
Let me see if I can show you that. Let's see. So that's my test account right there. This is what I use to make the case study. Okay. So you see, I don't even monitor this. I had no clue that she put that there. But I just sprinkled a little bit of content. Let's see how long ago I did that. So pretty much this banner up top, when they click on it, it shows them a link right here and right here. So just those 2 positions got me, a couple hundred visitors and 109 leads. And I'm making $2 per lead. So that little banner right there, it says free cheat sheet, and so the one at the top and the one at the bottom? Exactly. Oh, so you're not even advertising this in groups or anything, it's just on your profile? Just profile. And that's just from me doing that 5-week case study. I haven't even done anything. You can see my last post was May 10th, and the post before that was April 28th. Like, I'm not even on here unless I remember, like, oh, I got a second profile, let me put something. You know what I mean? Got it. So, okay, and you're just using the tool just to bring people to your page just by friending them, or? Exactly. So these 2,000, let me see how many people I got. So these 2,300 people, I grew between day 1 to week 5 or whatever. And like I said, and really it was like 3 weeks. because once I kind of did my soft launch, I was so overwhelmed, you know, with support tickets and making fixes and stuff like that, that I forgot to do this method once a day. So I forgot for like 2 weeks. So literally I was just doing member friender and post friender to gain friends on this profile, and they were seeing my banners and my posts and clicking on links.
Wow, that's amazing. So that 2,000 friends, this is fresh 2,000 friends, or was it an account that was already there? Or?
Oh no, it's this account, let me see, I can show you my very first post. This account was created less than a month and a half ago.
Oh wow. So I mean, ladies and gentlemen, just look how
I think
fast.
my first post was like, oh yeah.
And I guess since this is brand new, this list might be more targeted than your normal friends list on your regular profile.
It is. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, specifically for Social Prospector Pro, because I siphon from groups that I know, you know, contain people that will buy it. But so you can see this was my very first post, March 27th. I said new profile. After that, this was my post on April 5th, where I only had 200 friends, and look how many likes I got. At the time, I had 200 friends. I got 87 comments and 12 shares. So like I said, it don't matter about how many friends, it's the quality and the content. If it resonates with that particular group,
yeah,
you're good. You're going to get engagement.
Yeah, because I have another Facebook profile. I might just delete all the friends out and just start building on there from scratch, because I think I'll get better engagement on the post too.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because you know, the vast majority, and I don't care who you are, like, and I make sure I weed through my friends every day on my main profile, but I still have the vast majority of people on my friends list that are untargeted, because it takes time to filter those people out, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So unless you start from absolutely scratch, you don't really know what the majority of your friends list are interested in, or even if they're still in the industry. Because you know, people leave every year.
On our main profiles, a lot of people have friends and family and stuff, and you don't want to be inviting them to a watch party and this and that. I mean, you just have to think about it, that it doesn't cost anything to start a brand new Facebook account. You're going to get better engagement. You're going to have a higher targeted list. You know, I mean, the whole point of this tool is to make your job less anyways. So in the past, it didn't make sense to have another Facebook account because it's double the work. But if your Social Prospector Pro is pretty much managing that new profile, I mean, it's just generating leads every day.
Exactly. And let me show you what I'm doing for the members too. Let's see. So I have an exit pop. So it's not really an exit pop. It's they call it something different now. Exit intent. A pop-up. So if someone goes to Social Prospector Pro, through your link, first of all, they're cookie for 5 years. Okay, so you don't got to worry about getting credit.
Yeah.
Now, let me just let this load. After someone looks at all the details, everything that I said in the video, if they decide to leave and they go up here, this pops up, right? So I just showed you this offer.
Yeah.
They click here to download the free cheat sheet. Once they click, they go to this capture page. Once they go to this capture page, they opt in. They are, like I said, going to get like 4 or 5 videos telling them these different methods, and then say, well, look, while these are powerful, it's very time consuming. Why not go right back to Social Prospector Pro and buy something that automates this whole process? So I kind of indoctrinate them. So I said, okay, well, you were on the fence, so let me take you through this process where you see, you know, how painful it is to do this without the software. And then let me take you right back to Social Prospector Pro.
And how long is that follow-up?
How long what?
How long is it? They get all the videos at once, or does it drip?
No, they get it all at once in a zip file.
Okay.
So I give them that in an infographic that breaks it down as well. And so you can see right here. So far, I just put this up last week sometime. So far, I got 50 people that clicked the button. 31 of them opted in, so that's 62% opt-in rate. 7 of them bought. So I don't know what percentage that is. Is that 14%? Is that accurate?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's 14%.
We don't do math. We just build leads.
Look, I look at the stats, man. So let me see. So I'm getting 62% of those people who were already leaving, they were on their way out,
right,
opting in, and I take them back through a little educational process, and I say, see, now you understand? Now go back and sign up. And 14% are signing back up, and you are getting credit because when they first came, they got cookie to you for 5 years. So you don't ever have to worry about, oh, but when they come back, they're going to sign up through whose link. You are already credited with that initial visitor. And when they come back, don't matter if it's today or 5 years from now, you're going to get that sale credited to you.
All right.
So that's just a little added thing that I added.
I feel like I'm a kid in a candy store right now. Just pause. Let's give this man a round of applause. This is a beautiful tool, Rodney. I'm glad we did this because I didn't realize how powerful it was. I mean, I'm sorry you had to sit down with me for an hour to kind of explain this. But the good thing is we're reaching so many people now because this is amazing. I mean, one thing that I would do differently on that 4 video package, I would send them to your YouTube channel, build your subscribers there, get some views, right? Because they're going to watch the video anyways.
That's true. That's true. I figure, you know, if they're already on the list, you know what I mean? I don't want to kind of muddy the waters.
Because, that's true too. That's true. They're already on your list.
Because you know the one thing, yeah, because the one thing I don't like about YouTube or that method when people send them directly, they can see a suggested video and get lost down a rabbit hole.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
It's harder to pull them back.
I forgot about that. They're already on your list at this point.
Right. Right. So I want to kind of keep them laser tunnel vision in there.
Yeah, because you're right. On YouTube, it's very easy to get lost. I mean, I do it myself. I start with like an educational video, then I'll have something pop up about wrestling, and then I'm gone. 3 hours later, I'm like reminiscing about when I was 10.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So I mean, I'm glad that I refreshed your memory, man. Yeah. Like I said, this thing, I love it myself. And the feedback like you give me and any other member, I love it. I'm not one of those people that's sensitive about someone critiquing it because, oh, damn, you just had a good idea. Oh, I like that. Let me implement that. Because I'm thinking, how can I win from that as well?
Exactly.
So I have a section in the back office where, let me go back to the back office. Right here on the left side, and remember, you got to blur this out so people can't see the emails. Yeah. I have a section right here. When they click here, I ask, hey, look, if you got any suggestions, submit them for review. Please. I mean, I'm open to any suggestions. And once you do, myself and my 3 developers, we look over it. We kind of do a little intel, see if it's possible. And then from there, we plan it out. Say, okay, well, when can we start this? Or how can we implement this?
Yeah.
Right.
And just be one of those people that actually uses the tool first. Don't just start making suggestions if you haven't used the tool, because by using it, you're going to come up with more ideas. It's actually very beneficial to Rodney if you use the tool and say that, oh, you know what, this was great, but if we could just tweak it a little bit here, because it helps the whole community out. Exactly. That's the main thing. Everybody wins. Yep. Cool. Well, I don't have any more. I mean, you've answered all my questions. I mean, I'm at the point where I'm speechless now, and you know that's hard for me because I like to talk. But anyways, for everybody out there, like I said, go to nicholaslau.com/SPP. That will take you to Rodney's landing page. And of course, it is an affiliate link. So if you get this product, I get credit. That's what we do. We're affiliate marketers, right? Now, if you also want to promote this product because you have a good influence, you have a list of friends, whatever the case may be, and you know people that will like this, then I'll give you another link. It's nicholaslau.com/SPPAFF for affiliate. And I'll put that in the description wherever you see this video. And then you could sign up to also promote this product too. And Rodney, do they have to buy the product to promote? I mean, they'd be dumb not to buy the product. I hate to say that, but you got to have this product, but you don't have to buy it to promote it. Well, no, you don't. But this is my take on that. Yeah. The first thing someone asks you when you try to recommend something is, what were your results? How did you like it? Right. And what are you going to say if you don't buy it? So $1, 3-day trial. Exactly. And the thing is that you're going to get results from this. As a matter of fact, the best way to promote this is to actually have the tool itself. Because like Rodney just showed you on his other profile, he's using this tool to market this product. End of discussion. Exactly. Zero paid on advertising. And trust me, a lot of customers so far. It's like 100 and something customers so far that are active. And just think about that. You basically took people that were on their way out and brought them back in and they bought the product. Exactly. Amazing. Exactly. All right. Well, Rodney, thank you very much. You are a gentleman and a scholar. You're a brilliant man. You are an asset to not only the list building industry, the software industry, the friend industry. You got everything. You got everything going, man. So I really appreciate my friendship with you. Like I said, you've been taking care of me for a long time. Like I said, we have a give and take. Rodney always helps me with technical things, and I just give him business. Just like, man, go see Rodney. Go see Rodney. Yes, sir. So yeah, and that's the thing about the whole social media thing. It is a relationship business, and this is a relationship tool.
It is point blank, man. I mean, you can't beat it if you don't see the power in it. Maybe you need to, you know, get some education or something, because at the end of the day, I mean, this is like a marketer's dream, and it's free. It's organic traffic.
Awesome.
Can't
So
beat it.
any last words, or was that pretty much it?
That's it. Any questions? Also, one thing I do want to say is a lot of times people say, hey, look, when I bring my team in, am I going to get like adequate support? Right now, I'm doing support as well as one more person, but I'm building out my support team. But I also, and you can ask Nick, I love doing training, because my philosophy is I want to see all the support tickets. Like I said, I want to see feedback, right? I'm not sensitive about it. But once I do get it, I want to create training so I never have to get that question again. I want to go ahead and cross all the T's and dot all the I's. So I'm going to constantly be training your people, training you. So you don't have to worry about any support, any training. It's really no learning curve. And it's a simple step-by-step software. So that's it.
You make a great point. You know, when you put in support tickets, Rodney makes a training video. It goes into the training section. That way, the next time that question comes up, it's easy for him to just send him the video or the article on that problem. That way, it frees up his time to make the product better rather than just doing support all day, because it's hard work. Rodney loves doing it because he wants to make his product better. But at the same time, you need to help the community by giving him things to do tutorials on.
Exactly. And then not only can I point people, but you can point your team there as well.
Yep, exactly. And once you become a leader and you know where all this information is, just tell your people to go directly there because the answers are there. So anyways, thank you again, Rodney, very much. I really appreciate your time. This was very, very educational. I got so many ideas right now. I've got to go do something now. So, but like I said, this is awesome. So again, thank you very much. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, reach out to Rodney and stuff. Go ahead and get your $1 trial. It's $1 for 3 days. If you don't like it, cancel the subscription. If you do, it's only going to be $1 a day, $30 a month. You can't beat it. A tool like this for $1 a day that can bring you multiple times more money than that. Rodney just proved it without spending a dime on it. So anyways, again, Rodney, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Everybody, hope to see you in this group. Take care and goodbye.
Appreciate it.
Take care.